All right, let's just jump right in. It is absolutely wild how fast generative AI is evolving. I mean, every single day it feels like it gets more powerful, more capable, and it's weaving its way deeper and deeper into our work lives. The speed is just incredible. But as we start leaning on it more, a really important question comes up.
Can we actually just hand over the controls, set it to autopilot, and trust it to fly the plane on its own, especially with high-stakes tasks? That's really the big question we're digging into here. And as you're about to see, the answer isn't just a simple yes or no.
So, before we can really tap into the true power of Gen AI, we have to get honest about what it can't do. You know, this isn't some kind of magic wand. It's a piece of technology. And like any tech, it has some serious challenges that we absolutely have to understand.
And it's not some vague, scary list. We can actually break it down pretty clearly. There are 7 critical functional challenges that really anyone using these tools in a professional setting needs to have on their radar. So let's go through them.
First up, we need to talk about a word you've probably heard a lot lately: hallucination. What's so fascinating here is why this happens. See, the AI doesn't think or understand like a person does. At its core, it's an incredibly advanced pattern-matching engine. It's just predicting the next most likely word based on all the data it was trained on. So if those patterns in the data are wrong or incomplete, it can spit out something that is completely false, but it'll say it with all the confidence in the world.
So, building on that idea, here are the first 4 big challenges. First, there's a huge amount of variability. You could ask it the same question twice and get 2 totally different answers. That makes consistency tricky. We just covered the incorrect outputs, the hallucinations. Then you've got informational biases. If the AI learns from biased data, well, guess what? Its answers are going to be biased too. And finally, a massive one for any business: IP misappropriation. The AI might pull information from copyrighted material without telling you, and that can open up a whole world of legal headaches.
Okay, now for the last 3, and these are really about direct risks to your organization. First, these models can sometimes give you totally inappropriate answers, a big problem if you're trying to protect your brand. Second, and this is a huge one, if your team is just plugging confidential info into a public AI model, that data could be used to train it further. You're basically leaking company secrets. And finally, these systems have security holes. Things like prompt injection attacks can trick the AI into giving up private info or doing things it's not supposed to.
Okay, so that's the reality check. And I know it might sound a little scary, but the solution isn't to just give up on the technology. Not at all. The solution is to completely reframe how we think about it. This isn't about replacing people, it's about creating a partnership.
And this quote right here just nails it. Think of AI as your co-pilot. It's there to help you, to handle the heavy lifting of processing tons of data, but you, the human, you're still the pilot and the captain's seat, making the final calls and providing the direction.
There's actually a formal name for this whole approach. It's called Human in the Loop, or HITL for short. It's a framework where a person is a critical, active part of the whole system. Your expertise, your gut feelings, your judgment, that's what guides the AI and makes sure what it produces is actually accurate, relevant, and safe to use.
So what does this co-pilot partnership actually look like in the real world? How do the strengths of a person and the strengths of a machine really fit together to make something that's better than what either one could do on their own?
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. On one side, you have what the AI is amazing at: mind-blowing speed, processing mountains of data in a blink, and seeing patterns that we might miss. But on the other side, you have the irreplaceable stuff that we humans bring to the table. We provide the context that gives all that data meaning. We use our judgment to make tricky decisions, and we bring empathy and ethics into the equation. The AI might spot a connection, but only a human can understand why it matters.
And let's be super clear on this point. Gen AI is fantastic at creating text that sounds empathetic, but it can't actually be empathetic. It doesn't have life experiences, it doesn't have feelings, and in any kind of complex or sensitive situation, that real human understanding and emotional intelligence is something that technology just can't fake.
So how do you actually build this partnership in your organization? Well, the key is to take a balanced, step-by-step approach. Start small, run some tests in low-risk areas. Be really honest with everyone about what the tech can and can't do. It's an amazing tool, but it's not a magic bullet. And maybe most importantly, don't let your team become so dependent on it that their own critical thinking skills start to get rusty.
When you pull it all together, the main takeaway is this: we're heading towards a totally new kind of symbiotic relationship with our own technology.
and it really requires a big shift in how we think about work and even intelligence itself.
This right here is the big idea. It's not just about us watching over the machines. It's a two-way street, a continuous learning loop. We learn how to ask better questions and guide the AI more effectively, and in return, the AI helps us find new insights we never would have seen. Over time, both of us, the human and the machine, we get smarter together.
And ultimately, that's what it all boils down to. Generative AI is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. But it is still just that, a tool. We're the architects, we're the strategists, we are the pilots. So the real question isn't about what the AI is going to do, it's about what we are going to build with it.